everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple from Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So, today we're taking a bit of a break from the new maps, but we're still looking at the premium characters. We're probably going to have a bit of a break from them soon too, but I don't know. I'm still having lots of fun checking them out. So, today we are going to be actually testing their compatibility of sorts. How well do the towers do together? So we're going to be doing impoppable, obviously, with all three premium characters. I'm just going to fix up these builds because they're mostly done, I think, except Tuxedo Jake. I don't think he has anything equipped right now. So we're going to try to fix up these builds as best I can. And yeah, so we're going to see how well they do in impoppable. I really do think they're going to do pretty well. I've heard, I think, on the first video when I got these guys, you were like saying, okay, you have to listen. No, not Google Meter for you. I think I'm going to give that to Dungeon Finn. You guys said that, in particular, Hunter Marceline and Dungeon Finn and Tuxedo Jake and Dungeon Finn, basically either of them with Dungeon Finn are a really good combo. The Dungeon Finn works really well with other premium characters, which is cool. Good to know. It makes quite a bit of sense, all things considered, but I think it's pretty interesting still. What should I use for the last trinket here? There isn't anything in particular that stands out as, ooh, you need to use this. This is going to be super good. Oh, wait, no, I remember now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have to have it here. Here we go. Protection gem. We're playing on a map with fire. That's your hint. You probably already know what the map is. We're in the fireplace after all. I believe this is still the best weapon. But yeah, so it's going to be just one added difficulty. Basically, it just means they each lose a trinket slot. But it also means I have to go through my party quickly and fix this. Who has it? You have one. Remove. I need these, very likely. So we're going to see how well this goes. I am going to steal a lot of these, actually, because these could be pretty useful. I guess he can keep that, though I'm going to need the sword back, so I'll take that. Lots of random things. Alright, you can't shard those. I guess that makes a lot of sense. It would be a little bit weird if you could just be like, hey, you know what? I feel like sharding this legendary trinket today. Don't think that would make a ton of sense. Here we go. Here's the other one. That should be good, assuming the protection gem works. The one thing I will say is protection gem, it's a little bit iffy. It doesn't seem to work that often, so I'm hoping it's gonna work this time for this map. For whatever reason, the candy dive suit seems way more reliable than it, so, you know, not that big of a deal, but I did find it a little bit interesting. So yeah, so this should be a pretty cool situation. We get to see each of the characters, well, obviously powered up, but also working together in unison. Because Dungeon Finn, in particular, because of his ability, does a really good job against the bad balloon, and also probably fortified ZMGs or ZMGs if they were being a bit of an issue as well. Whereas, well, Hunter Marceline is better against weaker balloons. Not necessarily weak balloons, but like BFBs, Morab seems to be where she thrives. Because of how her abilities work, the soul-sucking mechanic and all that, it just ends up working out really well. So obviously I'm going to give a lot of these support trinkets to Dungeon Finn. He can still attack, but I'm going to focus him as more of a support. But I don't know quite how much of a support role I'm going to give him. I'll give him that, and then he needs immunity, and then I don't know what I'll do for the final trinket. Also because they do actually have the candy dive suit, I could put them in the lava if I want, rather than wasting the space on the fire platform. But that's not actually all that important. Okay, so for the final trinket, I guess I'll give that. That's pretty useful. I mean, it does require him to hit them, which means it requires the ability, but that should work, probably. On to Dungeon Finn, you are going to be another character that actually gets some damage and attack speed, which is great. So I am including this, by the way. Sometimes people really want to see me equip the various trinkets, the process of equipping the characters. It is pretty interesting. There's quite a bit of, I don't know, I guess, theory behind it. There's quite a bit of strategy involved with this. Probably the biggest strategy in this game is designing your character loadouts. So I suppose there definitely is something to it. But I honestly, I don't really alter things that much. I keep with my basic damage, attack speed. There are obviously a couple other trinkets and weapons and so on that have more unique traits, but overall they're just generally pretty good. I like attack speed, I like damage. More damage is generally better than less ceramic damage, so I think that's going to be it for Dungeon Finn. And we are ready to go, which feels like it's taken way too long. Oh, I feel like I was just talking there forever, even though I think that was only like 4 minutes. Anyways, yeah, so we're doing the Flame Kitchen. Please have the protection gem work for Hunter Marce. Actually, you know what? No, you're not. Nah. First I was like, hey, make sure the protection gem works for her. There's another option. Let her be placed on lava. There's lava on this map that will not kill her. And she's a flying tower, so it's even less important. I believe you. Last placement on lava, Pierce +2. Wait, and protection from negative effects. How did I not know that was what this did? Did that get changed, or am I being really stupid? I did not know the red cowboy boots did that. That's actually really useful. It's just like a slightly worse version of the candy dive suit. Yeah, I didn't know that was a feature. Well, I'm still going to probably place them all here, except Dungeon Finn. You are going to go right here, because I feel like you'll do a lot better in a situation like this. I'm going to try to go with him. Is he in range there? I'll place him right at the front. I think he's in range of Dungeon Finn, but you know what? I can probably just do that. That probably makes the most sense to put him right there, because that way he can also be in attack range. I'm a little confused here. He has his music circle, and then he has his actual range. Should I just ignore the music circle? Does the music circle not matter in the slightest? Or is the music circle the actual buff radius, or is it just for visual effects? I don't know. It looks really cool. He's glowing white because of... I don't know why he's glowing white. I'm assuming that's an upgrade. But then, because of the Google meteor, he has those green, waves circling him. I think it actually looks really cool. And of course, Dungeon Finn being his normal self, shooting his lightning from his sword. Man, premium characters, you're so busted. They're not too broken, but they're still really powerful. I have a feeling, obviously I've said this quite a few times, I'm playing late game. It's not that complicated for me, but if I was playing early game, it would be a little bit more ridiculous. Also, I just realized, I have Monkey Farmer, but I don't actually, I do, yes. Lady Unicorn. I'm using this exclusively because I don't want my Monkey Farmer to get blasted by fire. There's actually quite a few cool comments I like. I've seen it a couple times. Every once in a while when I search through the comments and I see it, I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was funny. Someone went to a video where I was complaining that the monkey farmer kept getting set on fire because, well, he did. He got set on fire a lot, but when I said it, he was currently frozen because this was on the wizard map. It was actually a pretty funny moment, and I gotta give him credit. It was pretty, I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. I was complaining because he was getting set on fire a lot, but it's not actually that. It didn't really happen all that often. But it's not a big deal. I don't know why I bothered saying that story. I guess there's good chances most of you haven't heard it, but, you know, I figured it's something that happens. Increase attack range, sure. Why not? And then eventually we'll get Rock Out, his ability. Dungeon Finn, currently, I don't actually know how much money you're gonna make. You're pretty good, but I really don't know how much money you're gonna make. This is bothering me, though, now. I just had the realization. So I had two quests. I set this up because obviously I need character items to level up my new characters now. So I was doing some quests and it's like, oh, well, beat impoppable without Finn. Assuming Dungeon Finn doesn't count, should be easy. And then beat impoppable without allies. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to use the premium characters. I won't use any allies. Then, Monkey Farmer. Yeah, so not going to get that chest, whatever. I'll just delete the quest next time. It's probably what'll end up happening. It sucks a bit, but probably what will happen. Superstar drops massive bundles of cash each round. So expensive. Basically, I think what I've understood is he will pay himself off for this, but it takes like 4 or 5 rounds. But this is the upgrade you really want. Bloons pop by the rock counter attack, drop cash bundles. That sounds really broken because I think currently he only drops, does it say 7? More, it just says more. I'm pretty sure he drops 7 or 8 cash bundles at max upgrades. So if each attack drops another one and he's attacking and popping Bloons so quickly, that's going to add up to ridiculous amounts of money, and I can definitely see how that makes characters pretty insanely overpowered, but, I don't have that yet, so we're just going to ignore that. I'm honestly a little surprised Dungeon Finn on his own can solo this much. I mean, I guess I give him bonus range, but that was all. I got a range upgrade. Beyond that, I'm just going straight for the money, which is probably pretty pointless, but I don't really care that much, so let's just do it anyways. How's your day going, by the way? I feel like it's been a while since I asked that. I still hope you all are having a good day. Just because I don't ask about it as much doesn't mean I don't care about it. Hunter Marceline, man, I'm having a hard time talking today. It's not a good thing. I don't know why, but I'm having a hard time talking. I don't know why I keep saying this. I repeated myself, and now I'm just talking for no good reason. The wonderful world of what? I can't continue. I feel so stupid. Someone told me Dungeon Finn had built-in cam protection. Were they lying? I guess so. Great. Absolutely terrific. What can I steal from you? You're not keeping the bubblegum in your hair. It's not worth it. Apparently you need to see camo balloons. What do you know? Now I think we should be okay. I guess I'll see you when I'm back to around, what was it, 12, 10? I'll probably check in at around 10 just to be safe. Okay, I am back. It is around 10, and I did notice something. I removed Bubblegum's hair. Look at Dungeon Finn's range now. It's very small. It's a little disappointing. But hey, let's see. Range upgrade. Woohoo! His range is so much bigger now. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to remove that. I forgot that it gave range. I thought it just gave attack speed. And glue apparently gives attack speed, glue, and range. That's a much better trinket than I give it credit for, isn't it? I mean, I use it occasionally, but I really don't use it all that often. I've also decided I'm not going to use the monkey farmer, surely because I want the quest. I want the quest rewards. I gotta get my level 7 heroes as fast as possible. Even if it means I have to constantly be running around collecting gold hats. Actually, they're not golden hats, they're hats filled with gold. Even better. What would you rather have, a hat made of gold or a hat filled with gold? I'm curious, not really. I'm pretty sure a hat filled with gold because, you know, volume's a thing, would have a lot more gold, and assuming you don't really want a gold hat, you probably want more gold rather than, you know, I guess what do we want? More gold rather than less gold? More gold rather than a gold hat? I don't know. Also, now it's entire instrument cases full of gems and scrolls and rubies. I didn't know the item actually changed. That's pretty interesting. Not too many upgrades in this game actually change sprites, which is a little disappointing. So it's pretty interesting to actually see something like this. I suppose, usually when they do that, I just complain because it replaces their weapon. But in this case, it replaces a projectile, which I guess is also usually their weapon. So yeah, normally when the game does it, I just complain, like in the case of C4 Charlie and his Moab Mauler. Yeah. You're stealing souls, because I'm scared that we're just gonna run out of all of the good upgrades. Also, I have $9,000. Don't I only get like $1,250 around? Is this the wrong path? No, it is the straight path. That's the one I wanted, I think. I think that's the one I wanted. Well, she officially got maxed out. I'm not gonna buy their separate upgrades, by the way, including PBs. I know you're probably very disappointed by that. But I actually do want to see just the power of them on their own. Obviously, there are those upgrades, they're related to them, and blah, blah, blah. They're similar, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm making a lot of money. I guess you don't really think about it per round income. I always think of a bad thing in this game, but early game, it's really good, which is why banana farms are so much better in like BT6 early game, but late game they become much less effective. It's because, well, the rounds last a lot longer in later in the game. Which also would explain why I have $10,000 right now. I don't understand in the slightest, but whatever. I really wish there were buff icons in this game. Also, his instrument circle of music is rainbow colored and I love it. Absolutely love it. I know, obviously, as you can probably imagine, my favorite color is purple, which seems to be the major color of this circle, which I find that cool too. Really just looks like it's switching between like indigo-ish blue to purple, like more of a magenta, which is cool. But rainbows also, which, well, basically, if rainbow was a color, it would probably be my favorite color, but it's not. So purple is. Yeah, that's my answer to everything. What are you? Characters receiving booster. Oh, that one. We don't have that one. I guess I could probably sell, but I kind of want the extra money currently. Oh no, Superstar. That's his, like, move when he actually turns into a rock star and actually does damage for half a second. He still drops money, right? He does. I also just realized I bought everything at $21,000. I may trigger people, but I have no need to to collect these golden suitcases anymore. Yeah. So, sit back time. I don't even know if I'm gonna have to use an ability. That's the wonderful thing about playing a game like this, especially when you're doing challenges. Once you reach a certain point, like, you know, halfway through, you just win. Like, there isn't really anything else for you to do. You activate abilities from time to time, but you're not buying anything else, you're not doing anything else, you're just watching and talking just like you are, probably. I guess you might not be talking, but you are watching, hopefully. Unless you're listening, I guess maybe if you're listening, that would be cool too. I don't know. I don't really listen to YouTube videos that much, but then again, I also tend to multitask when I'm watching something, so I don't really focus too much on the video. So I guess I'm sort of listening. I don't know, it's not that important. I don't really care, as if you're listening, that means you might not even skip an ad, which is even better for me, so I really don't care. If you listen to a video, that's cool. Maybe you just don't care about the actual visuals. Maybe you're blind, I don't know. I suppose there's actually a fairly decent chance that at least one person that has seen one of my videos is blind. That's a cool thing to think about. I don't know why that in particular seems so interesting to me, but it does. We're actually making really good progress here, up to around 51, which is quite impressive. So yeah. Wait, which upgrade was locked by PB? There were two, weren't there? Obviously there's Hunter Marceline's here, which is a pretty good one that's locked by PB. Was there not another upgrade? Dungeon Fins? Oh no, right, because that was when I was doing the comparison between the premium and non-premium. And Fins. Finn has his like Royal Promise upgrade. That's what I was thinking of. Not Dungeon Finn. It is normal Finn in this case. I also, one thing, you can't really hear it anymore now that there's actual balloons and I'm talking. At least you probably can't hear it anymore. But while I was gone, while I was catching up to the round we were at, I really noticed the music in this level. I really do love it. I've said it quite a few times about this game, but the music changes between each level. So I'm going to be quiet for about half a second and let you listen to the music. There's popping sound. Give me a second. I actually want you to hear it for a second. No, music stay, sound effects off. Okay, and now they go to a lane section, really? It's there. I don't know. Do I keep the pop sound effects off? Part of me wants to. It's so much quieter, so much nicer. You just get to listen to the music, but it also feels like the game's on mute, which I guess it is. I'm gonna turn back. Let me know. Do you want me to keep sound effects? I feel like I've asked this a couple times, which I probably have, but I don't know. I don't mind sound effects. This, by the way, is a perfect situation for Dungeon Fin's ability. Blast it with fire, which is a permanent ability if the balloon doesn't die in time. This is why you use it. Unfortunately, once it turns to a BFE... Wait, what? Isn't it meant to go... That was weird. It popped the ZMG layer, then one BFB. I don't know. I don't really understand that. Does it gain Pierce somehow? Supposedly that upgrade's meant to last until the balloon pops, but I guess it's a little bit buggy. Because it lasted 2 balloons then, which was very odd. I guess it would make a bit of sense if it took like 1 children, but it didn't. It took 1 children of 1 layer, the BFB layer. I don't know. I don't really know. I guess it's not actually a layer, because if you think about it, if inside the ZMG, there's 4 BFBs. Inside each BFB, there's 4 Morabs. Inside each Morab, there's 4 ceramics, and there's a spider hanging in the middle of my room. It's completely unrelated, but it's very interesting. I'm seeing it just crawling up and down from the ceiling. Man, I really do get distracted way too often. So many videos, I'm just like, woo, spider, lightning, rain. It's distracting, okay? Sounds, visuals, they're distracting, I guess. I don't know. That's not really an excuse, but it's not a big deal either. You know what? Let's buy the other upgrade for Tuxedo Jake. Well, things are still easy. Well, I have insane amounts of money, and well, I don't need money anymore. You, catchy tunes. I don't think it makes a difference in the slightest. Wait, what was that? Oh, Fang increases attack speed while he's walking out. Right, that actually makes his ability a lot better. No, it doesn't change the music. That's what I was hoping for, by the way. The whole reason I did that was because I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it gives people buffs. People in range can buff other people. But I just wanted to see if he'd, like, you know, change the color of his music symbols. I wanted rainbow, okay? He didn't give me rainbow. I'm disappointed now. I'm sad. Not really. It's not that big of a deal. Also, that DDT went from DDT to yellow balloons, right? It's a pretty major layer skip there. Or it's a frame skip, in which, in that frame, it took, like, 20 layers of damage. Which I guess is probably more likely that it was just in between frames. That is one thing that I did notice, and you probably noticed if you saw my most recent Motion Games video where I lagged my game completely to crashing. It was very slow, literally going 1 frame per second, if that. Probably like 0.3 frames per second. It was so slow. Oh, wait, I forgot to activate the abilities. So he actually does do decent damage. Man, he's just gonna make stupid money once you get that to level 7. But anyways... what was I saying? I was talking about, man, I need to get a memory. What is up with my memory? Sometimes it's good. It's usually not, but whatever. This is going pretty easily. Like I said, not much for me to talk about, so I'm just talking about random things instead. But they're doing pretty well. Like, a fortified DDT, I wasn't really expecting them to do that well, especially not without abilities, but I know individually Hunter Marceline was the best. She actually made it by herself with a similar setup to this to round 75, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised that if you took one tower that can almost beat it, and then add 2 other really OP towers, including ones that make her, herself, even more powerful, I shouldn't be that surprised that they do a good job. But I mean, I still am, so whatever. I'm surprised anyways. I'm still allowed to be surprised, right? I don't know. Bad balloon time, fortified bad balloon. I would just let it go out, but I don't have any coins to continue with. Man, I need to get some gold. I don't have enough. There's your flame slash. As you see, his DPS is stupidly insane. Let's activate the rocket now. It's pretty cool. And the ability's still going on, as you notice. It's a little hard to see now because the bad balloon's so big, but it is still going. It's still doing damage. If we could switch back to Dungeon Finn. I said switch back to Dungeon Finn. I can't touch. Okay, there we go. I couldn't click anything on the screen for a second. He just did 30,000 DPS to that bad balloon. That's pretty impressive. This is actually still looking a little bit tight though, but I think Hunter Marceline can handle it. You can handle that, right, Hunter Marceline? You can deal with fortified mobs by yourself in your sleep, right? Yeah, there we go. Hunter Marceline for the win! Woohoo! Seriously though, I'm pretty sure that was like 90% Hunter Marceline, and 10%, which was mostly bad balloon, was Dungeon Finn. So I guess I can't really exclude Tuxedo Jake. I just didn't pretend I didn't include him in those calculations because, well, I didn't include him in the calculations. He's a different type of character, but also, one more map, every medal on Impoppable, one more Adventure Crest chest. People always say, hey, how do you get your hero levels? How do you get your gems? How do you get your whatever? Hero chest, you get free epic wish orb, you get gems, you get 12 of an item, in this case sushi, which is not what I want, but whatever, I'll take Sai. Sai's pretty cool. And shards, 300 shards, which is quite a bit, but mostly, you get an epic wish orb, you also get a legendary power-up, not that I really care too much, but the epic wish orb's pretty cool. Though I suppose I don't really care about that either anymore. Man, you know how legendary wish orbs can contain character items and everyone always complains, including myself, when you get them? I wish epic wish orbs did that instead. I'm sure people would still complain, but why can't you just get character items from epic wish orbs? That would be so helpful. I really wish that was a feature. That would make this grind so much better. And when, you know, increase the value of these, though I'm not gonna, do I go for one of these? 7 range, 20% attack speed. That's really good, but I can only equip it twice anyways. Amazingly epic sword, you're not that good. I'm probably just gonna go for a 3rd tech tear. Let's face it. You probably knew I was gonna choose that anyways. Let's see, maybe we'll get another meaningless epic. No, instead we'll get a meaningless rare or super rare. None of these are good. I'm gonna take magic carpet because it at least allows placement on water. There is very few situations where that could be useful. The other two, especially since I think I had at least 2 of them, would definitely not have been helpful. And look at here. It may have been a bit challenging, but I have 2 golden quests. So that's cool. I'm going to collect these in the background, because why not? A little bit of, I don't know what I was thinking. Spring cleaning. A little bit of spring cleaning. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribing to join the Poop Squad. It makes my day super nice, and I really do appreciate it. We're going the grind past 1,000. It's time to reach 1,500. Not really. But that would be cool if sometime in the near future we made it to 1,500 subscribers. That's awesome. That's the next step in between 1,000 and 2,000. So, you know, keep up the good work. Man, they just keep throwing wish orbs at me. Do I say that every time I play any game where you, like, hey, you're getting really good loot? Man, why can't they just stop giving me things? It's probably really annoying. Just thinking back to myself, it happens much more in Cookie Run Kingdom where I complain about how many gems I have, and then you guys complain that you don't have as many gems as me. I really need to stop doing that. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!